he experienced here, or he didn't experience a lot of these things in this lesson because God was showing him these things that was going to happen when Jesus was born or being crucified. And we'll notice the things that Jesus said when he was going to be crucified. I want you to, are we going on a journey now? All right. I want you to just close your eyes and imagine. If you don't want to close your eyes, you don't have to. But I want you to just be yourself. Just sit there like if you was going to meditate. Okay? And let's look at Jesus. Before Jesus was being crucified, he was in the Garden of Gethsemane. Jesus prayed so hard until sweat ran down like blood. They took Jesus after then, and he was going to be crucified. They bound him, hand and feet. They spat in his face. They slapped him in the face. They beat him all night long. They made a whip with spurs on it, like. They hit Jesus, they whipped Jesus with this until blood ran down. They said they beat him so until the muscles of his back was torn apart. But Jesus was carrying the cross for you and for me. They said then they placed a garment on his back. And when they pulled the garment off his back, it was just like blood and water it was just as painful as it was when they was whipping him. Jesus was in so much pain and agony. But they were still beating him and torturing him, making fun of him, mocking him. But Jesus, I said all of this, we don't see what Jesus said. He didn't say a word. Not a mumbling word did he say. He died a horrible, horrible death for you and I. Okay, they marched him all night long. And when he got the crown, the cross got so heavy, we know that Simon of Nazareth, that he came and helped him to carry the cross. But he had to go up to the hill of Golgotha. When they got my Jesus and your Jesus there, they placed him on the cross. They nailed the nails, stretched him out. They nailed the nails in his hands. And they crossed his feet, and they nailed the nail through his feet. And they raised him up. They said the pressure was so hard till even his heart was hard to beat. He was thirsty. Yeah, he said, I thirst. They didn't give him water, but they offered him vinegar and hyssop. Glory to his name. Then after then they said the pressure was so, when you put somebody on the cross and you're hanging down, that makes the pressure even heavier. Yeah. So he was in so much pain. And you know what they did? They hung him between two thieves. And they were still mocking our Jesus. And they said to him, if you be the Son of God, come down off that cross. You said on the third day you was going to rise again. Now you got all this power. Well, save yourself. They were still mocking him. They was very, very cruel people. I said, how can you do a person like this? And even the thieves said, we up here. We deserve to be up here. but this man has done no wrong. Then one of them looked over and said, Lord, when you come into your kingdom, will you remember me? And he told him, said, today you will be in paradise with me. Jesus still hanging there from the 3rd to the 9th hour. That's a long time to be hanging, just hanging with you with your body, with no weight on your body except those nails. And they say Jesus was in so much pain. And this is coming back to the heading of our lesson today where he said, oh my God, oh my God, my God, my God. God had to leave the body of Jesus because Jesus then was taking on the sins of the world. And God cannot be no sin. Jesus was not a sinner, but he was made was taking on the sin of the world. When the soul spirit leaves the body dies. And this is when Jesus said, it is finished. And he died. And I said, now I learned something. When the spirit leaves the body don't die until the spirit leaves. And when the spirit leaves, the body dies. But thank God, he said, on the 3rd day I will rise again. And on the 3rd day, he got up with all power in his hand. And he did that for you, and he did it for me. And thank God for Jesus. You can open your eyes now. It is finished. So anybody have anything to add? So I'm going to be like Will now. I'm finished. And this is a very, very, very powerful lesson.
It just brings tears to your eyes.
Yeah, to know how they did Jesus. Sonia?
I thank you for that illustration. Sometimes we forget about everything that God did for us, what Jesus did for us, and how the process took place. And with our eyes closed and we stepped through that, you know, as Brother Bill said, it brought tears to my eyes, but it also it just made me really visualize the things that you and I couldn't have gone through.
Right.
You know, there's no way that we would have been able to go through all the beatings and the blood and the flesh torn and, you know, thorns and all that.
And another thing I forgot to tell you, when they put the crown on his head, they said they nailed it down so the crown made it move, so the blood, they didn't just lay it up there. They nailed it down on there so it would be more pain for him. But Jesus had to really, really, really love us, didn't he?
When we went to the Holy Land years ago, they took us to the tomb where they had they had put him. The tomb that they said that, and that tomb was not. It was not. It was not a big spot. It wasn't. You know. It was all stone, and you know. And I always think that it must not have been really big people because when we went inside, we actually had to duck in to go into the tomb. So that right there, you know, you could feel. I don't even know how to explain, but you could feel a presence of spiritual
Something happening.
something happening when you went inside. You know. So yeah.
Say you really made the 20. We always go to the 23rd Psalm to recite it. And this is the first time studying this lesson today brought the 23rd Psalms into light so much more. And it's,
22nd.
The 22nd brought the 23rd into light so much more. You know, we just recited and recited and recited, but he really let you know. Before we get out, School Reconnection Fellowship, which will be the 28th, 27th. So that Sunday school hour, that particular day,